Solo shot. Phils have the early lead, but it didn't last long. Bottom of the first, Ryan Mountcastle. He loves that pitch from Ranger Suarez enough that he hits it a long way. That is a two-run blast. Orioles win it 3-2. We are not done talking sports just yet. That does it for the 6, but don't touch that remote. We'll combine sports and your love of money. We're talking about a lot of great stuff. In fact, take a look back at New Orleans. We've got a shot of the Superdome there for you. We've got so much to discuss in Props and Locks, which starts right now.
This is Fox 29 Props and Locks, sponsored by Fox Bet Sportsbook.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Props and Locks. If you're looking to fatten your wallet, well, you've come to the right place. We're combining your love of sports with money, so it just might pay for you to watch. I'm your host, Scott Grayson. Our experts on this April Fool's Day edition of Props and Locks, a couple of clowns. Oh,
look at that.
Hey, look at that right there. Huh? A little April Fool's joke. Guys, I told our producer, Marcus Beasley, not to do that, but he didn't listen. Ronnie, Duncan, looking good as always. And Eytan, Shander, looking better than normal.
Scott Grayson, by the way, under Ronnie, so I'm going to assume that's you, Scott.
I knew you'd love that, Eytan. Oh, there they are. Some might think that looks better. So Ronnie Duncan, he's going to break down the X's and O's for you. Eytan Shander's always a clown, but he'll still be our Fox Bet Sports wagering
no fooling around
expert
today.
Okay, so you say. Plenty to get to tonight, guys, including the Final Four, the NBA, even some golf and NASCAR. Eytan's made some big contributions to this show, but not as big as this, right? Our biggest fan, Eytan's son, Teddy, already starting to learn the ropes of sports wagering from the old man. But are you sure he's yours, Eytan? He's got some hair.
I had hair at one point in my life, okay? At one point, I had these big golden locks when I was until 3 years old, and then they disappeared. And
I need proof.
So did my hair. I'll send a pic.
You better stop before you experience a Will Smith moment, okay?
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, man.
On that note, the big sports headline this weekend, the Final Four. This year's Final Four, guys, taking place in the Big Easy, New Orleans, great city. 4 fan bases and college basketball fans in general, all meeting in New Orleans, and I'm sure many of them have already found their way to Bourbon Street. So take a look at the Final Four that everyone predicted, right? An 8 seed, a 1 seed, and a pair of 2 seeds. Villanova gets Kansas, and for the first time ever in the NCAA tournament, boy, how about this? Duke and North Carolina. Time to start breaking this Final Four down. I think these should all be great games. What a season for Villanova, getting back to the Final Four for the 3rd time in the last 5 tournaments. Villanova meets the only remaining 1 seed in Kansas. Nova beat Kansas in the Final Four the last time both teams were there in 2018. So, Ronnie, listen to this. Villanova just lost Justin Moore with less than a minute remaining in their Elite 8 win. He is their 2nd leading scorer. Can Nova beat Kansas without him?
They're going to need a lot of help. And the reason why is because you're talking about a kid who was averaging nearly 14 points a game. A kid who, let's face it, was playing 36.5 minutes a game. Your 2nd leading scorer. Now, you can say what Caleb is going to come in and try to do, but there's one thing about game shape and one thing about game ball, and that's what I'm concerned about. I talked to a legend here in Philadelphia, Sonny Hill, and I said, Sonny, who wins this game? If they play their game, they can win. They have to pay attention to detail, and that's something we know they do very well with Jay Wright.
Yeah, we were talking about this before. You said they're going to have to slow it down. I totally agree. Eytan, Nova just a 4-point underdog without Moore. What does that line say to you, and how are you playing this game?
Tells me that not even Sonny Hill can convince me to put my money on Villanova. And the reality is because Justin Moore is a key piece. Look, if Villanova finds a way, which I'm not betting, this would be Jay Wright's most masterful coaching performance in the history that he's been on the bench, including those 2 titles. Kansas is just too big. They're too fast. They're too deep. It's a short line because everybody is betting Villanova right now. I'm sorry. I'll take Kansas -4. Way too much public money on Nova. Kansas has won 9 straight. Also, if you want to play this with Villanova, here's something we know. Scott, Ronnie, the world. Villanova's not scoring 75, 80 points. Even if they win this game, to Mr. Hill's point, it's going to be a low-scoring slugfest, kind of like Bernard Hopkins grabbing people en route to beating in the ring. Under 64.5 points at -105 on the Fox Bet Sportsbook app is the best play you can make in this game. Lock it.
Remember, Bernard lost to a no-average Joe Smith. Of course, upsets can happen. One thing you might have said that I think we have to understand. Let's go back. You said too big, too athletic, too smart, Too
No, I didn't say too smart.
No,
I said too big and too fast and too deep.
And guess who they said that about last week? Did you see that game? 50-44?
No, they didn't say the same thing about Kansas last week.
They said the same thing against Houston.
You're rewriting history. Houston was a 4 seed. Get out of here.
Hey, Houston was supposed to win that game, but they didn't, so I'm in here.
Yeah, revisionist history.
I love the way you guys argue. Great start to the show. The other Final Four matchup features a wild one. Talk about a rivalry with everything on the line. Duke and North Carolina. North Carolina got there as an 8 seed, and of course, every game could be Coach K's last. These two schools, guys, separated, as you know, by just 11 miles. Ronnie, Duke just refuses to lose. North Carolina saved its best ball of the year for the big dance. Add to that the weight of this rivalry on the biggest stage, and who wins?
You know what? I'm going to straighten up my tie just a little bit and get dignified like Marcus would like for me to do. Who is Marcus? We're talking about Marcus Beasley. He can tell you that immediately after that game, when Duke lost to North Carolina 94-81, last game at Cameron Indoor, I simply said to him, I said, you know what? He's probably telling his team, when would you rather lose to North Carolina, here or in the Final Four, the final championship? Hubert Davis has done an outstanding job. He could become the one coach who's never won a national championship to win this game. But Remy Martin, I just don't know. He's just that good. We may see Kansas in the finals, but when you talk about North Carolina and Duke, right now it's still a toss-up for me.
All right, Eytan, I know you have a conspiracy theory about Duke. You polished that for us last week. They are favored here, so how are you playing this?
I'm not playing a side, and here's the reason. I don't trust these whistles when it could be Coach K's last game. I also don't trust the fact that if there was ever a team that people would generally accept ending Coach K's career, it would be UNC, right? So either way, I don't want to get in those waters. Well, here's what I know. Last 6 games, including both this year, the total has gone over 154 points, so I want to go over 151. I like Duke ultimately to win the game. They're minus 200 on the Fox Bet Sportsbook app. Here's how you cut it in half. You play Duke to win the first half, Duke to win the second half. Why? Even in the game that they lost against UNC this year, they still won the first half. They won the first half in both games. That's your end around the money line.
All right, perhaps you would like to play the Final Four for free. Well, you can do that too. March Madness is almost over, but you still have a free chance to win $1,000 playing Fox Bet Super 6. Simply scan the QR code on your screen, download the Super 6 app, and make 6 picks in the round of 4 contest for a free chance at that jackpot. Get started now, and good luck. Let's put a pin in the Final Four talk for now. We'll have more on that later in the show for you. Up next, we're talking NBA. How should you play tonight's NBA games? Find out when Props and Locks comes right back.
There's never been a better time to join the world's #1 poker site. Sign up today and we'll give you $50 in free play or a deposit bonus of up to $600. More ways to play with cash games, daily tournaments, and spin and go. And the best part, it's all completely safe and legal. So what are you waiting for? Play for your share of $4.5 million across New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan during the Spring Championship of Online Poker. Download the PokerStars app today.
Vital Support is offering to new and current employees hazard bonus pay up to $1,200.
I found Vital Support, and they assisted me with the enrollment of a free program where I can choose a family member, friend, or neighbor to provide my care. I chose my friend. He receives free certified training and benefits from Vital Support.
Vital Support offers highest pay rates and salaries. New and current employees can receive hazard bonus pay up to $1,200. Join Vital Support today.
Safe Auto.
Some things aren't worth putting off, like your car insurance. Good thing we're here to remind you.
Klein and Spector. They're Philadelphia's hometown team with more big verdicts than any law firm in America. Why? Because they're available 7 days a week, because they care about their clients and our community, and because they have 5 doctor lawyers, the most of any firm in the country. No wonder the Philadelphia Inquirer says they're one of the country's leading personal injury firms. Klein and Spector, of Philadelphia, by Philadelphia, for the people of Philadelphia.
On April 2nd, we're celebrating 15 years of community cleaning partnerships at the Philly Spring Cleanup. Sign up for a project or volunteer at phillyspringcleanup.com.
The most stupendous WrestleMania weekend in history kicks off with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's a very special WrestleMania SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, tonight on Fox.
Nighttime is your time to unwind, watch a show, scroll social media, and get to bed. So we're flipping the switch on the 10 o'clock news. Just give us 10 minutes. Turn on Fox 29 at 10 p.m. or 10:10 or 10:20 or 10:30, maybe 10:40. You get the idea. 10 minutes. We'll give you only the most important news and weather. Fox 29, 10 at 10.
This is Fox 29 Props and Locks, sponsored by Fox Bet Sportsbook.
Props and Locks rolls on. We'll get back to the Final Four later in the show. Now it's time to go to the senior circuit and talk about the NBA. Say hello once again to Ronnie and Eytan.
I thought you meant senior circuit like Ronnie. Oh, okay.
Wow, you're just not nice tonight.
Hey,
the regular season ends in 9 days, guys. Then it is on to the postseason. The Sixers are not exactly charging into the playoffs right now with a lot of momentum. Fortunately for them, they're off tonight. So let's look at 3 games you can play tonight, beginning with a great one in the West between the Suns and Grizzlies. What a matchup here. Both the Suns and Grizzlies have each won 9 of their last 10 games. The Suns have won 9 in a row, and the Grizzlies are doing this without Ja Morant right now. Ronnie, who wins tonight?
You know, you've got Jaren Jackson, you've got Bane, you've got a team of individuals like Adams who say, look, we can play this game, we can play very well. But when you're talking about the Phoenix Suns, it's all about the Heat. And I just got a tip. He says, I watch my dad on TV, but I don't bet with him. I bet with you. And that was from Teddy Shander. Back to you.
Look at that, Teddy. He's even fading you, Eytan. And so you love trends, Eytan. Both are doing a lot of winning right now. So dive deeper into the trends and tell us how you're playing this one.
There's no trends. Memphis is sitting everybody. Take the Suns -7. They're 19-2 without Ja Morant. All right, now Memphis is sitting the rest of their starters tonight as a planned rest game. So play the Suns also -5.5 first half at +110 on the Fox Bet Sportsbook app, because we don't know how long those starters are going to be out there.
Teddy has done it again.
My, how the Lakers have fallen, guys. They flat out stink right now and can't wait for the season to end. The Lakers meet the Pelicans tonight. Now, these teams are currently the last 2 teams to make the play-in tournament if the playoffs started today. So they're both playing for something here. Ronnie, what has been the biggest problem for the Lakers this season, and can they turn this around, or is it just too late for that?
They can't turn back the hands of time. They can't turn it around. LeBron James, great player, will go down in history, maybe the greatest scorer in the history of the NBA, but not the greatest player. That belongs to a guy from Overbrook High School here in Philadelphia. The Lakers are done. Is it Westbrook or Westbrick? It doesn't matter. They are out of control.
Hey, he's had a rough season. Eytan, take Ronnie's thoughts on the Lakers. Weave that into a play on this Lakers-Pelicans matchup.
Love the Pelicans all day here. I'll lay the 2 points easily. I'll go under 230.5. It's a big total, but I just don't trust L.A. Here's why. We lay these 2 things out. The Pelicans have won 4 of 5 versus teams with losing records. They're also 11-3 in their last 14 against the spread on road games. Oh, and by the way, 6 of the last 7 Pelicans games have gone under the point total. So, yeah, I'll lay the 2 and go under.
You had a lot of trends there on that game. Here's another interesting game on tonight's schedule. The T-Wolves and Nuggets. Minnesota 2.5 games away from avoiding the play-in tournament, but the Nuggets have the Joker. He was, of course, last year's MVP. Ronnie, 2 teams with a lot to play for as the regular season is winding down. So who do you like here?
Come on. The Timberwolves, the biggest imposters in the NBA. Let's go the other way.
Short and sweet. How about that?
Deadpan look at it, too. I love it.
He's not having any of this Minnesota talk. Eytan, Denver has won 3 straight. Minnesota's lost 2 in a row. Do you like the line or the total better here?
Well, I like the line. Now, I'm going to play with the Nuggets here. They're on a nice little 3-game win streak. And you mentioned the Joker. Okay, Jokic is still right now technically in the lead for the MVP, so he has that going for him. Also, the Nuggets right now are just on the right side of avoiding the play-in scenario, so they have that going for them as well. Denver has way too much to just take off or lay back. I love pouring all I can on Jokic tonight, the Joker, really leading his team to victory. 3 is a short line, as Ronnie just intimated. That Minnesota team is full of imposters.
So you're playing the Nuggets, huh?
Absolutely.
Playing with the Nuggets?
Laying the 3. Look, Jokic right now has all of the motivation to continue to be out there, just like Embiid, just like Giannis, because there's a 3-person race for the MVP. Also, the Nuggets need games to stay out of that play-in scenario, so there is a ton of motivation for Denver tonight. Absolutely.
That MVP conversation, I'm sure, is one we'll continue as this regular season winds down. All right, guys, get on that Fox Bet Sportsbook app and use the advice you heard here. Do that during the break. On the other side, Eytan says there's money to be won playing golf. Is there? We'll see. We're talking about that next.
Props and Locks, sponsored by Fox Bet Sportsbook.
There's never been a better time to join the world's #1 poker site. Sign up today and we'll give you $50 in free play or a deposit bonus of up to $600. More ways to play with cash games, daily tournaments, and spin and go. And the best part, it's all completely safe and legal. So what are you waiting for? Play for your share of $4.5 million across New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Michigan during the Spring Championship of Online Poker. Download the PokerStars app today.
Are you ready to go big again, Trenton? Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. The action returns with more trucks than ever before. Featuring over-the-top crashing and smashing. And kids seats start just $12. April 8th through April 10th at Pure Insurance Arena. Go big, go Hot Wheels.
So we're doing this again?
Get a quote and save by bundling auto and home with
insurance. Tune into Good Day Philadelphia Weekend on Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Weekend Traffic Report, sponsored by Hyundai. Get the Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own it.
If you can't get enough of us on TV, now you can find us right there in your inbox.
Sign up today for the Good Day Digest newsletter for local breaking news, weather, and much more.
So click, read, and go.
Sign up at fox29.com/email today.
Brought to you by Hatfield. Make mealtime effortless. For quick and easy recipes, visit simplyhatfield.com. Hatfield, the adventure starts at home. Tune in to Cashing In during Good Day Philadelphia Weekend on Sundays at 8 a.m. for the latest business and finance news and headlines. Sponsored by Middlesex County, New Jersey, where businesses come to grow. This Weather Authority update is sponsored by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Daily drawings at 6:58 p.m. every day on Fox 29.
Good Friday evening on Fox 29. Weather Authority Scott Williams. Other than an early spotty shower, grab a light jacket or sweater. Temperatures will be dropping into the 40s, then eventually 30s overnight tonight. Then get ready for April showers for a part of the upcoming weekend. We'll time out the best time to get outdoors tonight at 10.
This is Fox 29 Props and Locks, sponsored by Fox Bet Sportsbook.
Props and Locks rolls on, and now stepping to the tee, Ronnie and Eytan. We're going to talk some golf here. I know Eytan, the point
Played
is to
13 today.
You want to stay on the fairway. You don't want to be going in the rough all the time.
Did you see the look on my face? It was like JP. You know what comes next.
All right, guys, the Masters is next week. I hear it's a tradition unlike any other, so they say. And perhaps the comeback of the year is Tiger Woods, guys, is trying to be able to give it a go and play in the Masters. What a story that would be. Ronnie, a week out from the Masters here, who are some golfers that you want to keep an eye on as possible winners of that event next weekend?
Just seeing Tiger walk onto the course is one thing to keep an eye on. Seeing Tiger win is one thing we will not see this year or maybe a few years from now. Look, I think it's great. I think it's a great moment, almost like Willis Reed walking onto the court at Madison Square Garden. If he gets onto that green and has a great and fabulous first and second round, the world will be going crazy. However, when you think about the Masters, you have to go with names and individuals who might just be young, but they have something in that bag, and it's full of a lot of young tricks. Look for someone to win by the name of Steve.
Okay, Eytan, plenty of ways to play the Masters on the Fox Bet Sportsbook app. So where do you see the best chances right now to make some money on this major?
Golf majors offer a lot of opportunity to strike, if it's winners, if it's top fives, top 10. So I really want to take advantage of guys now, today, on a Friday evening before the Masters that may dip as we get closer to day one. that's all what you're really doing with futures bets. So let's identify 3 names. Justin Thomas is going to be upwards to the top of the leaderboard. He's at plus 1,400. Again, he's not going to dip. He's only going to drop. It's only going to get to 1,000 or maybe plus 800 by Thursday. He's the most consistent golfer from green to tee, back to tee to green. He's definitely got to look at it plus 1,400. Daniel Berger, this guy has been hovering really for the last year, year and a half. He's put so much together. He just can't really get over that final hump. And I think Daniel Berger this year has proven that he does belong in a top 5, top 7 conversation. So at plus 4,000, I love him there. Tony Finau is a guy who could shoot 59 on any golf course in the world. He could also shoot 80, but he has that in him where he could put together 2 dominant rounds, and that's enough to hold a lead at Augusta. So at plus 4,000, I like both of them.
You know, there's another guy you had there, plus 4,000. That's Louis Oosthuizen. You saw what he did last year. He did so well round 1, 2, and then all of a sudden fell apart. But the other guy, anytime we're talking young guns, Rory McIlroy's name has got to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, Usti hasn't won here in that major on American soil, so I get what you're saying, and there's that crumble effect of it.
That's
Look,
right.
Rory is a sneaky play because he's just let so many people down on the weekend, but he's definitely making the cut.
All right, you know your golf. I'm leaving you alone, man.
Come out and play with me. I keep telling you.
Come up on me.
You'd have to wait for him to go in the woods and find those balls that he's losing there, Ronnie.
Who are you talking about? Seriously.
All right, on to NASCAR. And if you guys at home could see our emails, you would see plenty of exchanges featuring Eytan patting himself so hard on the back that I think he's left a bruise.
Right. Have you given out one winner since we started the show 2 years ago?
Oh, wow. We're going
give me
there?
A second. He is on a hot streak right now with his NASCAR picks on this show. Woo! There, I gave you your shout-out. Woo! All right, we'll get to Eytan in a moment. NASCAR takes its show to Richmond for the Toyota Owners 400. This features one of the shorter tracks, a 3/4-mile D-shaped oval. The NASCAR Cup Series gets off the road course it ran in Austin last week, and as I said, heads to Richmond this weekend. Ronnie, who are some guys you like to possibly win this race?
Chase Elliott is one of them. Let's face it, he has been that close. However, I'm still going to go with the guy who came just a tear away from winning at Daytona. Let's go with Bubba Wallace.
All right, Eytan, look, I'm giving you credit. You're doing a great job at picking how to play these NASCAR races.
He's doing a superior job.
Shouldn't we have, switched this, though? Normally, Ronnie leads, and then I give the play. Shouldn't I have given Ronnie the play in this particular case, as hot as I am?
Well, look, we're giving you you're giving yourself the kiss of death here. I want to check this next week.
Scott, it's an equal opportunity show. That bozo plead the clown.
All right.
Look, man, heat check. You just keep firing until you miss, all right?
All right, so how should our viewers play this, wise one?
Well, let's do it. All right, we're going to go Martin Truex here. We're going to build a ladder. This is what we've been doing each week. We are building ladders. Top 5 finishes, top 3 finishes with the same guy. I don't even need him to win. Here's the key, though, with Truex. He's won 3 of his last 5 at Richmond. He also has top 10 finishes in 3 of his last 4 starts overall. All I'm doing is applying the same metrics, the same study, the same homework into all these races that we here as a show, the 3 of us, Shredder, Marcus, all as a show, have been hitting.
You said the 3 of us, and my name never came up in either of the Scots. You know what? Something's wrong with you, man.
I didn't think you'd pick up on that.
This is Props and Locks with Eytan Shander, and we're just here for the ride.
Yeah, Eytan Shander and the E Street Band. I like that. I like that.
All right, now that you heard how to play this race, where can you watch it? Well, how about a little shameless promo? The Toyota Owners 400 comes your way live from Richmond this Sunday, and you can watch it right here on Fox. Coverage begins at 3 o'clock. Hey, March Madness is just about over, but you still have a free chance to win $1,000 playing Fox Bet Super 6. Simply scan the QR code on your screen, download the Super 6 app, and make 6 picks in the Round of 4 contest for a free chance at that jackpot. Get started now, and good luck. We have to take one more break here so Eytan can continue to pat himself on the back.
You got to get it right.
We're going to go back to the Final 4 and give you our weekly bet boost as well when Props and Locks returns.
Stars Casino by PokerStars.
I won $54,000 in Stars Casino.
Play Stars Casino for your chance to win today.
The best part was when I got to tell my mom in person and see her reaction. It was amazing.
Stars Casino is home of the daily free bonus.
It's really exciting. Who doesn't like to win? Everybody likes to win.
I made a $5 bet and I won $2,500.
Sign up today at starscasino.com to claim your free $50 bonus.
Buying a house is complicated, so embrace new stuff. Heard it brings good luck.
Well, maybe try Chase My Home. You can search homes and loans together.
I'm not listening.
Shows what you can afford, plus close on time or get $5,000. So you can stop breaking stuff.
Uh-huh. Come on, bring it in. Sorry about your stuff.
Take the easier way home. Chase, make more of what's yours.
The first ever Genesis GV70. Proud to be named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year.
The Pennsylvania Lottery's drawings are on Fox 29. Tune in for daily drawings at 6:58 p.m. Mega Millions and Powerball at 11 p.m. Following Fox 29's 10 at 10.
Vital Support is offering to new and current employees hazard bonus pay up to $1,200.
I found Vital Support, and they assisted me with the enrollment of a free program where I can choose a family member, friend, or neighbor to provide my care. I chose my friend. He receives free certified training and benefits from Vital Support.
Vital Support offers highest pay rates and salaries. New and current employees can receive hazard bonus pay up to $1,200. Join Vital Support today.
Chris rocked the movies. He's got a popcorn and a hot dog under his arm.
Who puts a hot dog under their arm?
Keep it warm.
That is your bun warmer?
TMZ, up next, Fox 29.
This is Fox 29 Props and Locks, sponsored by Fox Bet Sportsbook.
All right, let's head for home here on Props and Locks. Ronnie and Eytan, let's go back to the Final Four. It's all about cutting down the net in New Orleans. 2 games. I need 2 winners and a national champ. And yes, these could come back to haunt you if you get them wrong. Ronnie, if you get these right, though, instead of cutting down the net, we'll let you cut off some of Eytan's beard. Who are you picking?
My house would love that. That's going to be hard to do because that's a whole bunch of bush. Him and James Harden, I think they're twins. But we'll go ahead and put it to you this way. When you speak of winning, I'm going to have to upset a bunch of people here in Philadelphia. I just don't see there's any way that they beat Kansas. And because today is, of course, April Fool's, that was a joke. I see Villanova winning this game. Oh, I'm not just smiling because it looks good. I'm telling the truth. Who will they play? Marcus Beasley, go away. It's all about Carolina.
And who do you like to win that? Carolina Nova.
I can tell you that one coach has never won before. I think his name is Hubert Davis. Carolina wins.
Okay. All right, Eytan, you can take your winners and turn them into a parlay. So who do you have and what kind of parlay are you building?
The other teams that Ronnie mentioned. I'm going Kansas and Duke here. If I am choosing a side on Duke UNC, I will lean Duke. I do like Kansas. So let's take both of these together and make a nice 2-leg parlay here. Look, I'm taking Kansas on the money line. I'm taking Duke on the money line. I don't need points here. The combined payoff is plus 121. A $100 bet, 1 unit will win you 120.59 back. That's a great way to play this if you like both favorites. Yeah, there are upsets that happen, but they don't always happen in the Final Four. And if I were to give out a winner, it's Kansas.
Hey, Scott, I haven't sung a song, but can I do a Jackson 5
Absolutely, please. As long as you make fun of Eytan.
Can I get one more chance? That's all I ask of you. Eytan's making me change my mind. One more chance. Can I get one more chance?
What are you going?
Who are you going to change to?
Whatever you said, because
Kansas.
You're the
Kansas.
genius.
You're not taking Villanova.
April Fool.
You just don't want to get an email that says you're going against Nova.
I don't care about no emails. Bring them.
All right, guys. We always love to give our loyal viewers a little better odds on something. It's our Fox Bet Boost. Eytan, what is tonight's Bet Boost?
All right, we have 2 Bet Boosts for the weekend. A $20 bet can win you $105. You have to pick Kansas to win by a 6-10 margin. And a $20 bet wins you $90 if you pick Villanova to win, while both teams score at least 60 points. 2 Bet Boosts. Right to that.
All right. Well, that does it for this edition of Props and Locks. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Great Final Four weekend of basketball. Be sure to check that out. And if you're watching NASCAR, just remember to listen to Eytan. He'll tell you every time. He's going to get it right. For Ronnie, Duncan, and Eytan Shander, I'm Scott Grayson. Thanks very much for watching Props and Locks. We look forward to seeing you right back here next Friday.
I'm going to kill Marcus Beasley. I'm going to kill him.
The Pennsylvania